I'm streaming. Alright, hopefully you guys can see me. I'm refreshing my stuff here. And like I said, hopefully you can see it and everything is working well, I hope. I need to refresh my camera, obviously, so sorry about that. Just turn it on. There we go. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're in After Effects right now, and I'm just making plugins. So this is just an image right now, and this is for a plugin that I'm working on in HISE, which I have open right here. This is the actual plugin. I don't know if you could hear the sound. You can, which is nice. But I have all these different, let me just open it in the top here. These different sounds. And so I have this effects page I have not done anything with. It's ugly as hell. The modulation page is in that same style as well. But I want to take possibly these. I was going to combine them in on the first page, but I do like the fact that you can switch. Effects, though, I can go through and turn them all on and off and change all their settings. I made all the knobs and all the stuff for it and everything. But the knobs are weird because they turned up and down instead of left to right, and they did it from bottom to top on the right side, which I think is weird. But they're very cool. They all work and everything. But the whole thing, I guess, about it is I just wanted it in this style that I created. And I spent a while setting all this up and changing it, creating all of these knobs. These are all original that I had done throughout everything. And you can see all the ADSR works and everything. But yeah, this is a style and everything that I came up with, and all of these sounds are all original as well. So what I want, though, is not only to be able to control the effects, and all these pages will be updated to look more like the first one, but I want to be able to control all these effects, but I also want to be able to just turn them up all together at some point too. And so I have to create a macro that basically, not only you can go here and turn things up and change it individually, but on this page you can turn this big knob in the center that turns up everything at the same time, like a macro. And you can create macros and stuff, which I need to refresh myself on. But I not only want to be able to turn it up like a knob, but I want like this ring to spin around the center, and I want this center to start glowing into a more amber color, and I want maybe these little stars here to kind of fall down as you're turning it up. So that's why After Effects. So here I am over in good old After Effects with a blank image, essentially, that we're going to have to do all this stuff to. Good luck. I'm just going to start off by probably taking this layer, and I'm making this up as I go. I'm going to duplicate it, actually, and we're going to take the top one and mask it off so I can spin this middle part. And I think I'm going to spin the ring. I don't think I'm going to spin the center, which I think would be kind of cool. So the ring needs to spin, and this part needs to change. I'll add some falling dust or stars or whatever you want to call it here with that obvious change. So right now I'm going to have to go into the top layer here and create a mask that is basically taking up this section. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, even though it's not all that difficult, but I do have to figure, size and and it's kind of hard to see the mask even for me. Don't feel bad. I'm gonna move this around till it's somewhat centered on the thing. That is not centered. That is not centered. It looks like this image is a little wider than tall, which is also slightly unfortunate. So this might have to probably be adjusted, but that's okay because it can be. With that now, I want to cut everything outside of this mask. So I'm going to turn off the layer below it so we can see what actually is going to be left over when we do that. So let's just select that, and there we are. And you can see how I have this little odd thing happening with the mask here. It's a little, like I said, taller. So I just need to pull that down and this bottom part of the mask up a little bit. So this is what we're going to be turning, and it might be a little, I hope it's not too oblong and weird because it is like that. So with this top piece now, the center should be in the center, we're hoping. And I'm going to take that and rotate it just to see what happens and from where. So you can see it's off center, and we don't want the middle moving either, so there's that. So we have to figure that one out. And instead of pulling that mask in, I think what I'm going to do is stretch this part out, if that makes sense. So I'm going to turn off my background again, and I'm going to take the this piece and make it definitely more circular, leaving the mask where it is, but then I have to take the image itself and size it accordingly to match the mask, which should work, and I don't think it's going to, but you can see how that's totally off center. The center is right here, and that's where the problem lies. So when I figure out what our center point is, I should be able to move my anchor point, around accordingly. And to figure out what that is, this is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. I probably need to take this like into Photoshop or something to sort that. I'm just trying to see. God, they just don't give you enough fidelity of movement here. Interesting. So it's right here. There's no way without a grid am I going to be able to tell what's going on. Let me see, where's my guides? Rulers, that kind of helps, but where's my guides? View options, are we going to get a grid there? No. Let me see. View, it says show guides, but I am not seeing the show grid. So there's that. The center of the image, that's going to be very hard to figure out too, I guess. I believe it should definitely be higher. So let's just move this dude slightly down. Not sure this is achieving the goal I want to. And then when we rotate from this point, it's still wrong. I am not sure how I'm going to figure out this center without actually drawing a crosshair on this thing, which I don't know that I can do. I think I just need to move the whole thing literally physically down. So let's move this into there, and then I'm gonna try and get this here just where these match, but you see my point is still not correct, so I need to be paying attention to the point. And yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, there's almost no way. I mean, I guess I could just line it up this way. I'm trying. And then, yeah, something like that should be a lot closer. Let's see. It is a lot closer. I don't think it's perfect yet, but I'm going to try and get it there somehow. I might have to remake it completely, which I don't want to do because this is beautiful. Okay, so with our mask now, let's take it. I'm going to go back and undo that rotation. And I'm going to take the mask now, hopefully. And we're going to move it in, and then I'm going to re-stretch the image out from the center. And I hope that will fix everything. So, did I move the whole mask down? I did. We just want to do this part here. And then take this part and come down here. That should get that coverage, and it's going to be oblong at the moment. So then I need to take the scale and increase the up-down scale slightly. Those are locked. Let me undo that. Turn this off, and then I'm going to go about 101, 102. Yeah, maybe 101. And see how that does with our rotation. It's better. It's still a little egg-shaped. So let's make... I don't think this is going to work this way. Might have to redo the whole thing, but let's go ahead to 103 even and see how good. Now what I'm going to do is create an actual circle as well and put it in the back behind this. So layer, new, let's go with a shape layer. It says it centers down here, which is not really ideal for me either. Position, scale, we're going to take that one down because I'm going to see if I can, let me just draw a damn circle. Get it in position first. I'm just going to make a circle. It doesn't matter what it looks like or where it's at. I'm going to position it somewhere correct. Like this. And this way, see, its anchor should be at 0, 0, which I think is going to be up in the upper left corner, which doesn't help me at all, see? But if we go and find the center of the actual image, which is going to be 1456, 791. 1456, 791. I don't think this is going to help me either. 791, and then I redo my anchor point to be the same. 1456, 791 is the anchor point. The position of the deal, though, is 1474, 740. So 1474, 740. And then 740. Then we'll get our anchor point set here. 1456, 791. And 791. This may not help us at all either. Doesn't look like it's gonna. But I know that I think the anchor point is completely... Why is that wrong? Okay, so the anchor point's correct. The position of the dude is the only thing wrong now. So I think if I put this in the dead center, which can't be at 0, 0, I'm going to leave the anchor point though because it's correct. I'm going to try 0, 0 on this guy. That's not going to work, I'm sure. No, because that's putting that there. We're going to put this one... We got to figure out what the overall size is, which is this. 1456 by 816. We're going to go... What was that? What did I say? 1456, 816. So 1456, 816, I think is what I said. Now this is probably going to position it up there again. I don't know why that is. So it's probably because I moved it prior or something. That's a good question now. 1456 791 is where this one's at, and that's probably wrong. And this one says, okay, also this one says 100 and 103. This one's 99. We got to make this one at least 100 just to make sure we are correct there. And how to find this correct position, which should be about here. So this is like in the thousands, but that's because this anchor point is wrong in relation to this guy. So how wide is this guy is what I need to know first. And it is 977.8 and 977.8. Let's just make it an even thousand. So I know. So we got 1,000 by 1,000. Half of that's going to be 500 by 500. That's where our anchor point's going to wind up. It should be anyway. But look what it's doing. It is finding more of the center of that, even though that's not correct still. That's weird. Why wouldn't that be weird? Because I've got 100 by 100. We got 500 by 500. Position makes no difference where that anchor point is. Why is my anchor point off? That's different. I'm going to put this at 0, 0. Because I know that is correct, because that's the center. But why is my anchor point off from the circle itself? Because the anchor point, let's just go 0, 0 on it as well. See, that puts it totally in the wrong spot. That's not normal. That is not normal. New layer. I did something weird there. So let's go with a new shape layer. I'm just going to drag it out and but see, this says 0, 0, 866. Why then? It's doing it based on the composition, I guess. I don't know. Let's put it in its own comp. That's what we need to do. So let's pre-compose it, stick it in its own comp. It should now anyway be centered. Nope. We're going to undo that as well. Interesting. So I'm going to make a new comp here. And let's just go 1,000 by 1,000. Oops, what am I doing? Hang on. Make a new layer. File new. Oh, Lord. Where's the new layer? Can't do it. Let's go here, maybe. Layer, new. And we're going to go with the shape layer. But I'm going to take that one and automatically or immediately pre-compose that one. And now we have that. And this one needs to have its scale and everything changed. This is all wrong. So this shape layer now, we need to change the size of the composition is what I need to do. So, Lord, we're gonna go into it and hopefully be able to change it here. Composition settings. This one's got to be 1,000 by 1,000. And hopefully this is not going to screw me up too bad, because then when I come back out of that, I need to make sure, yeah, we're good. That's what I needed to do. So back inside of here now, this is where we need to make that shape layer, or that shape, which is going to be roughly 1,000 by 1,000. 100%, it's saying 1,000 by 1,000. Yeah, don't get into this kind of work, that's for sure, people. And then we need to make sure we're centered. But check this out now again. That is not centered in my composition. This is getting fun. But it says it is. All right, so how then do I put this positionally in the middle if it doesn't think it's in the middle? Because you can put this anywhere you want. None of this information changes other than here. So let's go here. Let's go here. That's probably what's going to do it for us. And yes, finally, good. Okay, with that now, we do have a center point, so I can come back out into here. And we know this is the center point of this particular composition. This, I don't believe, is centered correctly, but maybe it is. I guess it is. I'm trying to double this in my head. So either way, I'm gonna move this because it has to actually match this, but this center point is where we're gonna be following. And we're gonna up the scale of this until we get, you know, somewhere here. I'll have to perfect that later. But when I'm happy with the rotational point of this, that's when I have to match this rotational point to this one. I'm going to turn down my, the cat's doing her thing again. I'm going to have to turn down my opacity here on this whole thing. You can see what I'm doing. There we go. So that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Let's just get the size down. So maybe like 120 to start with. Not bad. I'm also going to take this. There's like a stroke running around the outside of it. We don't like strokes around here. So I'm going to take the stroke color and width. Take the width off of that. We don't need it. Go back up to my thing here and get my scale back up slightly, just to like and maybe there. Move this around so I know it's mostly centered, and that, in my opinion, is where the center, dang it, is where my center, once I get this right, I should be nudging it with keys, but this works. Okay, that's essentially where my center is going to be, even if this thing is warped. So, now, back on the part here, you can see that center point is slightly off between the two. See, it goes up to the right there. So we need to move this one to match the other one. And the way I'm going to do that is take this one, we're going to go in here, and I'm going to find out. This one probably doesn't have it. Yeah, this we have to do from the outside because these are all zeroed out. So I'm going to have to go back out of there, and in here, I don't want to eyeball it, but if I have to, I will. And let's take this guy that needs to go a little up and to the right. See, that's the problem, is I can't see the other center point. You know what I mean? That does make it difficult. Why don't they let me see both? Well, I guess I can just try. Anchor point needs to go up a little. Oh, that's the other way. At least I can do this. Up, and of course I'm going to go the wrong direction every time. To the right. Let's just see when we come back out. I don't understand why that looks so off. Let me see. So I know that one rotates correctly, but it's this one that we need to make sure is working. And you can see it's a flip-flopping mess. I have no idea how to do this, guys. I just don't. I could get my mask correct and all that, but the problem is not that. The problem is the position of the layer. So this pretty much has to come down. I don't know if it's my center points I need to change or the position. Because when I move the position, Yeah, I mean, that's better, I guess. So what I'm trying to turn is this piece here. I'm just going to look at the difference between the two center points. And they are off. Of course they are. And it's really the center point of the mask that I need to change now that I think about it. Yeah. So the mask is what I'm worried about, not this. So the center point of this is 500 by 500. Position is what it is. And I know that anchor point doesn't matter because this is completely different. But the position, if I'm centered, should be the same now. 1478, 744. So this needs to be 14. Okay, so 1474 by 740. What am I doing? 1474, 740 is what my mask. My mask needs to. My mask needs to change to. Did I really mess this up? I don't even know anymore. That's just my shape layer. Let's turn on that other layer because this will tell me if I've screwed up or not. Yes, I have. Great. Okay, well, this position being 1456, 816. So at least put this back in the right position. The mask is off and the is off. So those should be both where they are. 1456. It's because I changed the position, and I guess that's not what I should have done. And now we're going to take this shape layer and try to center that over where we know the center basically is. This somewhere there. And then we're going to match our mask, if at all possible, to where this position. So this is 1458, 792, 1458, 792. I'm not changing the mask. Dummy. This needs to be changed. Yay. 1458. That is the mask, I hope. 58. This is probably hell, you guys watching me fumble around. 792, and it's still wrong. Because this is not moving the mask, it's moving the image, which I don't want to do. Crikey! Okay. 1458, 792. We're going to move the mask path, but it's not giving me a position for that. Of course not. Why would it do that? Let's just grab it then. See, and there's no position information here. Lord, so there's no way to center that. Huh. Okay, what a challenge. Let's see what happens when I rotate, given where everything's at right now. I mean, that seems perfectly fine, which is okay. This is going to seem wonky as hell, probably. Yup. So this, compared to that, yeah, those are totally off, you can see. I really need to move my shape layer down to match these settings in position, I guess. So 1456, 816. So this will be 1456, 816. And that may or may not work. This is like doing math for me. That looks right as far as the center goes. I can tell, first of all, by moving this and then going in here and moving this, and centrally, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm so over this. Something's definitely wrong. But when I go and look at the two center points, they are the same, in fact. They are definitely the same center point, so that's good news. It's now, I believe, the mask. Is the mask off? I don't know. Let's find out. The mask seemed fine. So that would mean it's my shape layer, which says it's right. That's what I'm kind of confused about. For one, it's turned, and that should not be the case. Okay, so put that there. Go find the 1456, 816, 1456. I don't know. Because those are off, and there's no way I can fix that. This obviously needs to go up a little bit. Yeah. I'm lost just trying to find the center of this stupid thing. I don't know why. If I were to turn back time, if I could, it's obvious these are slightly different from each other too. Now I'm trying to remember why. Like right here, I did shift that because I need that more round. I mean, that makes perfect sense. The problem is the center point is not where the center point should be. That's killing me. It's killing me. And I don't know what I have done to make that so. I am so lost in myself here. I don't know what's going on. I mean, that center point just needs to move up and over a little bit. I just know that that screws up the positioning, you know, of this as well. So frustrating. I mean, which doesn't solve my problem anyway, because it still looks like a wonky piece of garbage. I mean, look at this. Totally off right here. That makes no sense. Let me just undo that. I'm going to get rid of this mask and start over with the mask. This might become the shortest video I've ever done. So there's my shape layer. I reset the background image because I think, you know, that's definitely one of the issues. Let's go ahead and make the scale just slightly smaller on the shape layer. Now this should be perfectly centered to spin here. Okay, so that does do that. I need to align this background in a separate layer duplicate to the center of this point right the heck there. I don't know why I can't figure this out. Perhaps I could duplicate it, crop it in evenly. I don't know. Could try it. This seems so stupid that I don't know what I'm doing here. Layer, let's just duplicate, edit, duplicate, and I've done this a billion times. My brain's just not working. Pan behind, no. Dang Is there a crop? Just like a crop, you know? I guess I will search for it. I thought that was just on the transform down there or something like that. What's taking so long? Let's see. Crop. It's weird because it's when it comes to centers, things get weird. It's probably much simpler than I'm remembering, imagining, or otherwise, but I mean, this center point is for the entire image, is part of the thing. I also need to somehow, maybe I need to pre-compose this guy. I'm just testing here. Pre-compose and move it all, and then within this one, let's see here, those are definitely different, which is fine, I think. I don't know. I'm about to give up on this, which is really sad because I don't want to. Might have to take this into Photoshop and crop it down and to a 500 by 500 and find the center. But you would think that I could just do this in here. I've done this a billion times. I mean, I can put a goddamn lizard eating somebody, but I can't figure out how to center a circle. This is just blowing me away. It's finding a center. Why, you know, I get that this is taking that into account and this is the whole image. Perhaps, like I said, if I could crop this down to 500 by 500, then move the circle to the center of that. Why can't I figure this out? I don't know why my brain is not working right now. Let's see. I don't think this will work because this will wind up being this cannot work. Maybe it does, but it is bigger, so this is already screwing me up. And now this, did that do my entire that did the whole thing. Edit. I need to do inside of this comp. So composition settings. I'm gonna go with 1,000 here by 1,000. And looking at this, we are much closer. I'm gonna actually take that up to so we're on the right track, I think, finally. Something around there. Let's just go a tiny bit more. 20, 12, 60, 1278. So we're going to go 1278 both directions. Should have just locked it. Fine. And I'm going to leave that like so. This normally, which it's not right, should be able to have a circle in it that is, you know, 1278 by 1278. So let's go with size. And then this should be positioned 500 by 500. No, 6. See, this is the problem with it not being 1278. I mean, with not being 1,000. What? 600. What's 35? That's about right, but the center is not. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's just absolutely Madness. Let's go with 0, 0, 0 on that position. See, that is not right because this needs to be half. And my Y is this anchor point off. You know what I'm saying? So let's go here to 0, 0 again. This should put it right in the corner. And if you look, it is finally there. So that means the position now needs to be half that, which at 128, but I don't know what this is. Let's change the overall size of the composition. So I need to come back out to here. This composition size. Oh, God. Just take me out right now. This one. The problem is my composition settings are set to 1278. I want this to be 1000, but the problem is the center point is not going to be, it's going to crop in too much. And what's this business? 12, no, this needs to be 1278, 12. So this would need to be smaller. That's what we're talking about right there. That's what we're talking about. So about to there. So now we're talking 77%. I don't care for this business though. 1456. So we're just gonna 1456. That is not correct at all. Oh man, just shoot me. 816, but I know that's not right. Because the size is different, obviously. All right. Part of me just wants to be done. Position is 5 by 5. This one though is, oh my gosh. And that should be right. There we go. But now the size is wrong. So that should be 1000 by 1000. All right. Sean actually got something right for a change. Let's go back up to here now and just see what weirdness I got going on. Is this something I need to keep? That is not something I need to keep because this one is the one that is right. Isn't it? That looks smaller. Why? This one is the right size now. So I think I can get rid of this. I'm just going to turn it off to be safe. This one, though, is the right everything, but it just needs to be larger. So if we scale this all up, like so, that should work. I hope. I'm going to rotate it to find out. Seemingly so. Then let's just get rid of that rotation. Then I am going to, that was kind of rough. I'm going to go back in here, turn off the shape, I think. That should have set me correct. I'm going to go back out now. We should be able to turn this layer now correctly, and it's still off like a stupid piece of garbage. Cool. This is my favorite day ever. All right, so back in there. It's because this whole thing is wonky, I know. But everything spins from not the center. You can see it's wonky as heck. I have no idea how to do this. I have no idea. The struggle is real. That's why they say that. Because it is. I got this cropped down pretty much correct, except for obviously that bottom is a little weird. But I don't know. I'm losing hope. I can see, though, that my center points are perfectly correct here. It's just that the image isn't. So, if I take the image now, hopefully not ruining anything this way, I'm going to take my opacity down on this, and I'm going to try and stretch the image now here to match that roundness. That sounds good. But I need to do it only from the bottom and without screwing up the center point, which I think it's going to do. So if you look, I sound like, let's see. Yeah, that'll screw it up totally there. Cool. Well, you know, do the best I can. Let's just put this like that, come back out just to see. I'm willing to do anything right now to get this to work. So, let's take our rotation here and spin it around. And yeah, that's absolute garbage. Cool. Absolutely cool. I don't know how to fix this. I'm going to delete everything. I know this is not a perfect circle, and that is definitely the problem. Trying to come up with another method. I'm just trying to keep this. I mean, I could replace the whole thing. I just don't really want to have to. I don't want to do that because I like this. Making that a perfect circle is pretty rough, though. I mean, I could just open it in Photoshop and do it. That's what I keep saying, and then I keep not doing it. I think I can anyway. So that's what the little train said. So we'll just do that. Yeah, if you guys are watching and you haven't abandoned it because I'm whining so much, give me a like and subscribe and say hey. I am whining a little bit, but it's because I haven't eaten my breakfast yet. It's cold. Very. All right. No, this would be in somewhere in here. It's going to be right here. So, I need to make a layer that's 500 by 500, or I'm sorry, 1,000 by 1,000, or let's do just do this, and we're gonna go let's make a square. Or man, I'm losing it. I don't want to do the whole image. I'm just gonna check this. I don't want to change the image, which I think I'm, yeah, no, that's not what I'm doing. Let's make a new image. So file, new. We'll do this 1000 by 1000. That's fine. We're going to drag this one into this one. So you'd think it would be that easy, right? And the other, but it's not. And now, let's get rid of this one. I'm going to unlock this one, and I'm going to take, now that's the other thing. Can I size this up without screwing it up? And I can. Let's go ahead and look at, where's my opacity? Man, my brain is frazzled. Probably because I need to eat. Let me make a line. Jeez, I'm making this so hard on myself. Where is my center? I don't even know that it sees the true center of this. Okay, there's the center of that dimension this way, but that's of the whole image, I gotta remember. And then this one is not there. There we go. Something like there. Very close, very close. So that's the center of the image. But you could tell it's not centered. So if I move this up, I'm just eyeballing it at this point. And I increase the scale of this, X, Y, Z, H. Where are we at? The scale. Are these locked? I think they are. Basically here, you can definitely see that is not the same width and height. And if I take this now, edit, let's just duplicate this layer. Normally this would be easy, but I'm having to worry about the centers and the centers being perfect. So image, let's crop, sorry, there we go. This in to that point. See, this is so much easier in here this way. And I can crop this to that point. Close enough. And this point there. Now we have our little circle bit. Because I don't need the entire image per se. Even though I hate that cropping tool. Like, what did I do? Okay, so this is pretty good, but that is not correct. So let me undo that. Gosh. Dang gosh. I need to stretch the back image to align with the front image. So let me just do that. What a pain. What a pain. Nope. You need to do this holding shift. So I've got it right there. And I can take, I hate these little menu-y things. They pop up right in your way. You know, if you're going to Adobe make some software, make it not annoying. There's that. And especially this little AI. Why bring up this whole bar at all? Why? Just stick it in the, just dock it. Transform scale. Shift and drag up. Now watch, it's going to be right in my way. And we're going to drag this down. I mean, it's almost right in my way. Just going to go approximately the same distance there. And obviously something's still not right, but we're going to fix it, I hope. That goes about there. This one goes about there. This one needs to come out more. This is almost as good as it could be gotten. I'm going to go to the outsides of that. So that should be circular, he said. Edit. Okay. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to select it with my... Gosh, I can't even think today. I guess I can use a magic wand on that. And then I'm going to select inverse and just cut that stuff to where we still have, because that way we still have the size. So image cut, or Lord, edit, cut. I'm just trying to methodically figure this out. This way I can also still turn this off and on. I'm going to get rid of that, because that was just our little way of selecting it. I also need to select just a circle. So we're going to go up here, grab the elliptical marquee. I'm going to turn off the background again. I'm going to try my best. Grab this corner. I don't know if there's an actual like perfect snapping tool for that, but you know, best I can do should be good enough for the universe. And about right here, select inverse, crop that or cut that. So now we have just the dial, and it should be, he's gonna say it and screw himself over. It should be revolvable. We'll see. Is it still wonky? It's still wonky. So now we're going to take this. I think I will crop it down. At least this layer. So we can take this one still. Select that. Get us a, what do you call it? Selection there. And then I'll go into image crop. See, I don't want to crop the whole image, just the layer. Is there a layer crop? Layer. Come on. There's got to be a layer crop. Because if I inversely select, it's not going to select the rest of the layer and delete it. Because what's going to happen is, yeah, see, delete doesn't even work. Cut, it's not going to cut because there's nothing there anymore. But it's still going to account for the canvas size. That's no good. Because if I go and deselect everything, jeez, man, having a hard time this morning. When I select this layer and like go to see, it should not be that size. It should be only the size of this layer. So I don't know why I can't get this to cut down to that. Feeling kind of dumb today. So there should just be a crop on this layer, but there isn't a layer crop, which makes no sense. I mean, I could just be missing it, but as far as I know, you can't just do that, which I mean, it's right here, but it doesn't work that way. If I crop the whole image. I wish they had like a crop visible. So, crop. But look, crops everything. Not what I want. I could save as. Let's do 2 of these. So if I do a save as, and we'll call this man, I think I'm done for the day already. Where's my, and I just save this as Dream Main, so I can keep that and test it. And then we'll also have image. Just crop this one, and we'll file save as Dream Knob, right? Right. Dream Knob. Okay, and then I can open Dream Main again. Can't I? Open, recent, Dream Main, thank you. And then take this Dream Knob, never said that word before in my life, and drag it over into the Dream Main. I would have to make sure that I am absolutely centering this. So this one can go away because that's the layer we cropped down. This one is its own correct layer. This one now needs to be centered where the center is. Now that we have established that. Now when I turn this one, it should turn correctly from the center. Right, correct center. And it mostly does, I think, yeah. It's just the wobbliness of the actual image, I mean the little bit of a warped image that we've got. I should now be able to maybe eat into that. So image adjust, that's just will let me sort of bite back on that. Edit Gosh, they just need a consistent naming in After Effects all across their own software, because they call one thing in one software, and then it's something different in a different one. Drives me nuts. So this is gonna have to be in here. But now I don't see it. That's weird. Filter, nope. Edit, you'd think. Yeah, you could eat in from the edge. Weird. They change way too many things over time, man. Too many things, and either you can't find it, or they remove it without saying anything. Yeah, I don't get it. Matting is what I'm looking for right there. So remove black mat, or is it the white? Edit image, layer, matting, remove white mat, kinda. Layer, matting, defringe. Let's go in like maybe 10. That's not the one I want either. It's a... I swear I can't do this today. I mean, it's like choking a mask, but I can't figure out how to do that in here. Layer. I mean, I thought that's what all of that was for. Why can't I figure this out? I don't know. I guess I could put a mask on it and do a like come in here with this mask. I have to draw the mask. I mean, you know what I mean? Let's see if I can blur this mask. That's probably going to help if it'll let me do that. So filter, blur, Gaussian to start with. There's nothing on the mask, so that's obviously not going to help us. I'll make a circle, but now I can't figure out exactly where my circle needs to. Come on, Adobe. This should be obvious. See, now it doesn't keep my circle. Why? Why? I mean, what's going on? Is my computer slowing down? Yeah, it is. Okay, so within my mask now, I should be able to move this without cutting anything. And then if it is centered, which I'm almost there. Let's see, they don't give you center lines. There's one. Where's my up and down center line? No. Not there. Ay, ay, ay. I can't find the crossways one. Alright, I'm just going to have to guess at it. It's fine. I don't like that, but fine. Let's just go somewhere there. Whatever. And then now I should be able to... Let's see, that's not what I want for a mask. I should be able to fill that in with some... Come on, computer. Thanks. Should be able to fill this in with just black on the mask. Select. Let's undo that. Select inverse. Fill that in. And then on the mask go in and blur it here. So select, deselect, go into my mask, which we're on now. Filter and blur and Gaussian blur, and I'm just trying to blur out these edges. I mean, it's blurring, but do I see it? Yeah, it's working. It's just too blurry, and I need to be able to choke that. So image, I'm probably, no, because that's the actual image. Layer, select, filter, edit, image, adjustments. It's not letting me do it. Let me just hit there, go back to my mask. Layer, there's got to be like a choke or shrink or something on this. It's not threshold, I don't think, but it's like sizing the mask, if that makes sense. This just sizes the layer, which we absolutely don't want to do. Man. Transform scale, but that's not just the mask, is it? Nope. Let's unlink. That's probably what I needed to do on the mask. Now we will transform it. Come on, what? Not. Let's go back and see if that fixed it. No, but it's fine. I'm gonna relink the two of those. I wasn't even working on the right layer. What an idiot. Okay. God. I quit. I quit. Okay. That's why I wasn't getting any results. Wasn't even on the right layer. Oh, Sean, you're fired. I know. I don't even make $20 a day. All right, and then we will fill this in. Let's select the inverse. Jeez. Jeez, is all I'm saying. It's supposed to be a mask. For blurring it. Not a ton, just enough. We'll say okay, but what I'm not getting is, yeah, that ain't working. Link back. This is what we need to be filling. I don't know why it's filling the image. There we go. I was like, what in the world is happening here? Okay, so back into our mask. Let's go ahead and blur it now. Man, can this get any more convoluted? I don't think so. Try that. Just trying to feather out the edge of my mask a little bit. Yeah. I'm not sure that's doing what I want it to either. But hey, stranger things. Select, deselect. Oh Lord, what are you doing, you idiot? Okay. Let's try this. That didn't really do what I wanted. I think because the mask was. But see, we need to be able to choke the mask inward now. So feather, feather, feather. That's better. Shift edge, that's what I want. So let's see if that works. I don't know what in the world this thinks it's doing, but output to new layer, that's why. Okay, I got it. Get rid of this. This needs to jump back in, not be on output to new layer. We need to just go put it back to its own selection, feather it. It keeps putting it out to a new layer. Then I'm like, well, how come I can't adjust this? And then we'll say, okay, see how that works. Don't know that it is, but hey, I'm gonna go here, rotate, see if that has done anything for us. What in the world? Rotate, not scale. Kinda and kinda not. Just jump back in and try to choke this a lot more. Gosh, why does this seem so odd and messed up? Let me also deselect that and then go in. And then we need to choke this back inward. Don't know if that's going to help. I think because all we're doing is revealing the underneath here like this more, which we don't want to do either. So never mind. I think I will stick to the original ugly if I have to. It still looks oblong. Yep, it is. It's the center part. So now I need to cut out the middle part so it doesn't turn. Let me go ahead and just apply that. And then we're going to cut out the middle. I wish I had a way of resizing this on the fly, because this is really kind of annoying to... Oh, Lord. What in the world? Annoying. There's absolutely... Just going to go to a new layer. Right now, everybody who works with Photoshop professionally, I mean, I do it a lot. I've done a lot. But is probably screaming at me going, no, dude, what the hell are you doing? And why isn't it letting me move my mask? Even though there's nothing on the layer, I don't care. I'm trying to move a mask. Sorry. I need to move this mask. And then I need to move... I give up. I need to reposition this without screwing up my thing, see? But if I move this now, is there a way to alt move it, you know? Control move it without... Yeah, see? That's no good. It's no good. So what do? Duplicate the layer. And then try to cut loose, foot loose. I'm not sure. Let's go and grab the object selection. Perhaps. I mean, it should work. But see, I don't want it like that. I want this whole center part only. What do you mean I couldn't find an object? So, image... Select contract. Just give me a slider. There we go. I don't know where it needs to go. Okay, so 37, but we need more. Why can't they give me a preview? Layer. Select. Modify. Contract. This really needs to be something I can see as I go. Because why is it warping out now? Oh, this is annoying. Annoying. Select, deselect. That's not working. I'm just gonna have to try and eyeball it. I know that's not correct, so let's go again. I'm never gonna hit this perfect. It's just it's impossible. That's probably good enough though. Right about there. So edit, cut. So now we have this, which is not perfect either. This is getting old pretty quick. We have this, which I need to somehow do the same cut in the middle of. So let me undo so you can get my selection back. We're going to go on. We're going to cut from here. And we're going to come back on here. Why isn't my selection still there? We're going to cut the opposite, essentially, of this one. And it's okay if it's larger. It's not hurting anybody. Select inverse, edit cut. This is becoming a nightmare, guys. It's literally becoming a nightmare. Because now I can't turn this one because it is, or can I? Okay, I can. This one I don't want to turn though. And this one I do. And how wonky is this piece of garbage? Why can't it just be straight? Why? There's no way for me to find the center of things, and this is awful. So, I mean, view, rulers, guides. So where are they? Why can't I see them? Show, grid, which still doesn't show me my center. Oh, this is frustrating, man. Where's the center? You know? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I think 18. So 9, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 and 9. But see, I still don't know my center up and down. So, and even so, it's not putting it on the center, because why would it? You see what I'm saying? There's no center snap. I have to wait for some weird little flashy line that barely shows up to come along when it feels like it. And I have a feeling this is still not going to be right, but that's me being negative. Width and height, but then there's no scale. Great. Let's turn off the grid for now. I feel like every time I come into these menus, they're different. Like they're dynamically changing as I do things. It might just be me, but still, it feels like it. I'm just going to put this above that for the moment. See if that works. No, because we're still including way too much stuff. This needs to be below this ring, but this needs to act like a mask, which I probably cannot change it into. Put it there, then make that. This would need to be, and that's not going to do anything. Can this one be, can this one be changed to a multiply and have any effect? Evidently not. Let's rasterize it to start with. Then put it on a I mean, it kind of works. What if I put this over this? I don't think that's going to have any effect unless this one, of course, is like a screen or something. It does make a difference. And let me see if possibly when I rotate this, that is a little better, but still screwed up. I mean, it's not good. This one, if we rotate, is better, but not great either. I am so disappointed in this. I had such high hopes, and it's kind of at a point where, given the mashiness of the non-center, it's probably just hopeless to do this. It's not a circle. I mean, just the way it is. If I take this piece, though, try to find a center. See, why don't they have just something like in the view menu that shows the center, like the anchor point of the object, and be able to adjust that? I mean, this is something that would definitely need to be, you know, a real thing. I mean, you can make a guide, but position, okay. Can I just grab it? I should be able to, but then how do I know that I'm snapping this perfectly to the center? I don't. Other software, you'd hold control and it would snap to something, you know. This, nothing. You just move it around and stick it where you feel like it. You know, if you want it exact, you just eyeball that stuff, I guess. I mean, that's not handy. Make another guide, I guess. Do it horizontal. Bring it down now to somewhere central. Doesn't mean it's perfect. And how am I able to tell even what I'm doing with that? Because there's still no way to say, you know, turn it from that point. And you can see it's obviously not, but I don't know. I don't know how to shift this, make it work anymore. I don't know. I'm too frustrated to do it at this point. I think I might be done. I'm going to expand that part, even though this is not what I want to do. I'm just going to see if it has a better way that it works if I do that, which, yeah, that does look better, but that's not the part I'm turning, which is what's really sad about it. This is the part that's supposed to be turning, and it looks like goofy crap. So there's that. And if I put this mask over the top of that, don't know how that's going to help. If I were to put it under this, don't know how that's going to help, because it's still going to, well, not that moving, but this top piece is still going to be loopy on its own. Yeah, obviously. This seems like it would go over the top to help mask the loopiness, which it does not. So, come on. Because that whole piece shifts weird. I mean, it helps a little because of that, the internal circle is at least, I'm fooled to think that it's better, but, yeah, it's a shame. I don't think there's any way to get that to show what I need without showing both, and, you know, what a bummer. Let's see. I mean, that's better. Can I turn this, though? Yeah, see, it's still loopy. I might have to abandon it, the whole idea, which is a bummer. Let's see, select. Actually, I need this, 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 and what I might do is just cut all that out. I still think that's wrong, so that's total garbage. So I need something like this ring. Might have to might have to blender it. Or do the reverse, which I don't want to do, and turn the bit in the middle, which I don't like. I don't know anymore. It's all crap. It's all crap. It needs to look like this. This needs to be normal. Oh, Lord. Lord on a rock. That is normal. This also is normal underneath, so that's correct, but well, let me try some Photoshop magic. So I'm just going to create a ring. They used to have this awesome salad bar here in town that I wish they still had. What is going on with this now? Oh, it's because it's off. Okay, so I'm going to do to there and to there. And then I'm going to fill that with, well, let's duplicate this selection. Can I select? Can you? Yeah, let me just make another ellipse, but let's use the Alt and go exactly the same spots as much as possible anyway. And that is not going to work because so from here now, oh my gosh, can this be any more difficult? So across and down from about here. Can I turn on my guides again? I don't care where it's coming from, just put it. And I'll grab it and pull it there. And then I'll grab, make a new one. So view guides, new guide. This is going to be vertical now. Okay, we'll pull it over to here. Then I'm creating another circle using Alt from that point. And this should give us a perfect one here as well. We're going to get rid of this original ring. And I'm going to fill in this with generative. Dark colors, purple. Not that you spelled it that way. Purple, blues, ancient, shadowed, stone, metal, and make it radial design. It's probably gonna look like crap. Let's give it a go, because I'm all about giving crappy things a go. If you guys are watching, say hey. We do have a chat that nobody's contributing to, so that's cool. I don't mind. Y'all do what you want. Yeah, this gave me absolutely nothing, which I absolutely love. Not sure why it did not do that. I'm going to turn on my background layer here, maybe to help turn off the white, which is probably the problem. And let's see what we get when we rerun it. Maybe nothing. I just don't want that white ring, because that's just dumb, unusable, unhelpful underwear. I was just thinking of another unword. So that's all cool, but it's just radial design, like Stargate. Maybe that will help. I don't know what lake is, but L-I-K-E. Like, how about like a Stargate? We'll see. It's better, but it ain't right. And it's got to be able to spin perfectly without warpage and lumpiness, and you know, it's got to look like a ring. I might have to just go build it. That's definitely better. That's a little too Mayan. Let's try another one. Like a high mechanical Stargate, maybe. Let's try this one. I just want to see if it actually turns without, you know, warping, being weird. I mean, it's got a little, I think it's more due to the shadows than anything, because of this weirdness there. So let's undo that. And I need to make sure my selection is good, which I don't think that is. So let's go back to our mask. No feather. I just need to, and I don't know what it means by, oh, I see. Select and mask. See, what's with this outside edge business? So we need to shift that edge inward, right? I don't know why this isn't shifting. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not exactly what I wanted. Let's go back to here. And don't get me wrong, these aren't bad. They're just not. See what I mean? And it is off. Which is kind of a sad thing. this one, come on now, this one that wasn't horrible, but still has that weird shading to it that I don't want. Oh Lord, stop. Let's try it again. I'm going to say no shadows. Maybe. Crap, crap, pure crap, crap, more crap, and more crap. Ancient Shadows Stone is the problem. So let's just take that whole thing out because that was my fault. Blue. Try again. So putting in shadowed and stone would definitely make it more shadowed and stony, which I didn't want to do. I mean, I did, but then I was like, nah, this doesn't work for it. And it's too organic. It needs to be kind of like a perfect circle, which it's still having some trouble doing. Like if I were to turn this, it looks way worse than it actually is. I'm going to put perfect circle. Whoops. Undo. Got it. So I'm going to put perfect circle. And I'm not sure why my expansion is out so far because it should not be. Perfect circle. And generate. This keeps getting bigger. We're going to have to go back and start that over. Yeah. So let's undo all that. Let's go back until it decides it can. Lord, it can't. My favorite. So done. Undo, 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 undo. There we go. Undo, undo, undo. Some of them are good ideas. Some of them not so much. So let's just go back until we get our... There we go. So perhaps if I fill this in with a color, just something middle of the road, you know, ish. Deselect it. There is, where's this white coming from? Let's get rid of all that, obviously. And then on that layer, select, deselect, reselect. Now we generate Stargate Radial Design Blues Gray Tech. Just leave it at that, see what happens. Generate. As long as it's not a degenerate. Now these, for whatever reason, are the wrong color. Probably need to put in our background. So let's undo that generation if we can. Put our background in. Generative fill. Stargate. Tick. Blues. Purple. Dreamy. Why not? Generate. I'm hoping by keeping the selection on there that maybe it will come out more symmetrical. I should probably put symmetrical. That probably would help it be symmetrical. Okay, that's better. I'll bet you it's not perfectly round though. Just my possible thoughts on that. That's okay, just too bright. Let's see what we got layer-wise. It cannot make a symmetrical circle to save its life, though. So let's go back. And put it back in. Gate. Blues and purples, darker, dreamy, techie, and what else did I say? Oh, symmetrical, right? So mandala, because that is another thing that gets that going. This dial, though, is everything. It's like the whole, you know, interface, essentially, as far as the look. And it does turn. It is a dial. That's cool. Just way too bright still. So let's go back. And say Stargate mandala pattern symmetry tech dream yeah. So see, I can only do this 7,000 more times. I think there are limits maybe though on my plan. I don't know. I don't know how it works. They're okay. And that one's definitely better than not, but still not perfectly symmetrical. Not bad. Wizard, magical, ancient. I'm gonna put symmetrical in there again, and bold, maybe. Dark colors. Metal, and I'm going to put other, just for like material. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's okay the way it's generating. It's more symmetrical. It's more perfect, but it's not perfect. Like I said, if I have to, I'll have to go just create it, because this is actually more work than just making the thing. See, and this is cool, but it's a little too bold. Instead of bold, I'm going to put striking. I don't know what word that is. striking, dark colors. Just keep going till I find it. Mandela might be the wrong word. Mechanical might be a better way to say it. Yeah, these are all too Greek. So not Mandela. Stargate. Mechanical. Maybe geometric. My cat is being really cute right now. Bug, are you liking that, son? Yeah. Still too bright. Yeah, too small of a pattern. So take out geometric, take out pattern. And let's just see now. It'll get it right eventually, which, I mean, like I said, I probably could have done it myself like 12 hours ago. Figured why not play, see what it can do. And I did not eat at all. I'm an idiot. Better. That one's pretty cool. I'm going to put perfect center, I think. Let's see if that helps. What's that dude doing out there?
Oh, he's wandering around looking at houses.
All right, so no, no, and no. Huh?
I think he looked at the sign that said no soliciting.
All right, well, I'm going to go, folks, and continue on with this. Those are better. That one's better. Better. They're almost too simple, though. That one's all warpy. They all have kind of a handmade feel, which it's not really what I'm going for. Whoops. Not really what I'm going for in this. And that one's not horribly bad. And so that other one is not bad either. This one here. I wonder, just take the exposure down on it, because it's, I think what's bothering me is it's, so cancel that, image, adjust, it's more about the curves, so let's just take the, this is an HSL, which it is. We'll take the lightness down, and then I'll increase the saturation back a bit. It's a little too much. see without it. I mean, not bad. Let me see. Image, adjust. Probably curves, what I'm going to have to go into here to. Yeah. Then I can pull the top end down just a little bit. That looks a lot better, I think. I think I can live with this one. Let's go ahead and keep it. Let's apply. Which I don't know why I can't apply it. Weird. Can we apply this? We cannot. So how then can we apply this? Just deselect. Weird that I can't apply it. Very weird. Let me get rid of these two layers because I know we don't need them. We no longer need this one. I just know that this somehow needs to be applied, and it's being weird. Can I apply this somehow? Convert to layers. Yes, please. Maybe this will leave this separated and essentially rasterize it. Ooh, not what I wanted to do. Maybe you have to select. Wow. Rasterize layer. Now I can probably apply the mask, which I can. Good. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. File. Save as. We're going to do this as a dream knob. And actually, this could be the whole interface, but that's, yeah, dream knob. So we'll save that because this is the new one. Yeah, sure. Oh, we have it in After Effects open. Of course we do. I'm going to say this is new knob. Someday. Okay, so now I'm going to kill this. I'm going to go back into After Effects. Bring that in. multiples. I just want one.